What would it take for you to completely stop living the way you are right now and start living another way? Would it be a breakup? Would it be menopause? Would it be the death of a parent? Would it be becoming an empty nester? Because sometimes life doesn't just give you one of those. Sometimes it gives you all of them. And that's exactly what happened to me. Today, I want to talk about something nobody really warned you about. The identity shift that happens in midlife. Because one day you wake up and realize you're not that same person you used to be. And the strange thing is, that might actually be the best thing that ever happens to you. Welcome to Have I Got Something to Say? I'm your host, Roberta Zambelli. Let's get into it. Most of us think life is going to unfold in some kind of order. You build your career, you build a family, you raise your kids, you take care of everyone. And you think more or less you know what life is going to look like. But nobody really tells you what happens when life suddenly shifts underneath of you. Not once, but multiple times. Have you ever had a period in your life where everything seemed to change at once? Where you suddenly stop and think, wait a minute, how did I get here? For me, that shift didn't happen just because of one event. It was a breakup, then the death of my father, then menopause, and then my kids launching. Not one, not two, not three, all four. And when those things start happening in your life, it can feel like the ground is moving underneath of you. Did I know years ago that my life would look like this now? I thought I had an idea. I thought who I was then would be who I am now. But the truth is, the answer is definitely not. I've evolved into the person I am now by remembering who I was before all of that. That fiery Italian kid growing up. That risk taker. That person with incredible drive. And now, fast forward all these years later, she's back. Here's something nobody really tells women. Midlife isn't just one transition. Sometimes it's 4 life earthquakes happening all at once. And when you're going through them, you're not calmly reflecting on life. You're just surviving. There were times in those years where I felt like I was just spinning my wheels, just trying to get through the day. I had so much going on all the time. I never really felt like I was in control. I felt like I was just dealing, taking care of everything, taking care of everyone, working, raising kids, running a house, trying to hold everything together. And then guess what happens? Yep, menopause. The word nobody wants to say. And let me tell you something. She doesn't knock politely. She just shows up and wreaks havoc. Hot flashes, night sweats, anxiety, your body changing. And yeah, thanks to her, I gained 15 pounds. And guess what? That weight didn't just disappear overnight. Oh no, that stuck around for a few years too. And just when I thought I might have a little breathing room, my kids launched. Both of them. Within 3 months of each other, actually. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know it was going to happen then, and then at one time. And when the first one left, it felt strange. Every night I'd think, I hope he gets home safe. I hope he's okay. Because I'm not there anymore. And then my daughter left too. And the house got even quieter. Really quiet. And I do like my space. I do. But that quietness was there all the time. And sometimes when I would walk past their bedrooms, it was just too unbearable. I didn't even want to look inside. Because they weren't there. And that was hard. But at the same time, I was happy. Because everything I sacrificed, everything I worked for, they were out there living their lives. So, when you step back and look at it, a breakup, death of a parent, menopause, your kids leaving home, all of that happening in the same stretch of life, that's a lot. And there were definitely dark times, very dark times. Sometimes when you're in those moments, it's hard to find your self-worth, hard to find your voice, hard to find your confidence, hard to find motivation. And you start telling yourself things like, maybe I can't do this. Maybe this is too hard. Maybe I should just give up. But what got me through those years was faith, hope, persistence, and an incredible support system. And little by little, things started to change. You begin reflecting. You begin realizing, wait a minute, I've actually done a lot. I've built a life. I've overcome things, and I still have things I want to do. And over time, something interesting happens. You begin crafting a new version of yourself. Your beliefs change. Your attitudes change. Your opinions change. You're different. And what you tolerated before, you don't tolerate now. And the things you used to be critical about don't seem so important anymore. So midlife isn't the end of who you are. Sometimes it's the moment you rediscover it. So let me ask you something. Is there a version of yourself that you feel like you lost somewhere along the way? Because maybe she isn't gone. Maybe she's still there, waiting for you to find her again. For me, after everything that happened, I've realized something. There's still a lot of living left to do. Do I know what the next 20 or 40 years will bring? No. But I feel more blessed now than I ever have. Because everything I've been through, everything I've done, everything I continue to do, has shaped the person I am today. And I can't wait to see what's next. So, if you know someone who's going through a big life shift right now, send them this episode. They might need to hear it. And if this episode spoke to you, make sure you follow the show so you don't miss what's coming next. And remember, you're good.